ass, I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just...
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we
Welcome
are the
to
inner
another
harbor of
edition of
Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium.
We playing the Baltimore Ravens. We on the road. It's Oakland in the house. It's purple everywhere, but I can see sprinkles of the silver and black in attendance. Let's
Here's
go.
The former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we
Dodgers
go
up 8-5 at the top of the seventh.
And here comes a
over the
return
Padres.
from the middle of the
We'll see
end
how
zone.
that's finna go.
And he's up past
Good
the
game
20
going
to
on
the
right now.
22-yard line.
We're about to have another good game with the Raiders. Raiders.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 51 yards. And the Ravens need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
He's out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Minshew. Short throw caught by Bowers. On the move past the 40. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First carry of the game for Zamir White. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Minshew sets to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. Brock Bowers, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Here we go, Raiders. Here we go.
Extra point by Carlson.
Good touchdown. 4-play drive for 59 yards. Touchdown. Raiders tie it up 7-7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
All right, we need a big play. We need a big play.
Set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them.
He won't do that again.
They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Completion good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Raiders, let's go, defense. Let's go.
Occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Pushing them buttons too fast. Let's go, defense. Let's go. He's not confident at the mouth. Come on, Kopech. He's starting to throw at him. He's trying to throw him out. He's trying to strike everybody out.
John Harbaugh's going to call a timeout.
Now the bases are loaded.
Talk it over, we step aside.
Now the bases are loaded.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. That is caught. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. It'll go as a gain of 4.
Let's go, defense.
Second down. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step.
We got this.
Here's
the play.
This position to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. Jackson now. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page.
Good tackle.
In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Again, Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half.
We got him.
Come on, defense. All game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34.
That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted.
Use one of their timeouts So as they talk it over, we step aside. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. You just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders force the turnover.
Good job, defense.
Take over at their own 27.
Let's go, Raiders. Let's go.
You become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
On third down, they run with Madison. There he goes, left side. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half.
Let's
All
go.
knotted up at 7.
Eight to 6.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown,
Alexander Madison,
Raiders.
25 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well.
See you. You ready
Keeps
tonight,
him
Raiders?
motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't.
That's what we wanted. We want that quit. Yeah, give me that quit. I'll take it. I'll take it. Love you. Represent New Orleans. Let's go, Smith. Let's go, Smith. I see you, dog.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay.
Great hit.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Bottom of the 7th. We up 8-6. Let's put some points on the board, Dodgers. All right. Let's do this, Raiders.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Oh, awesome. That was big league right there, man. Yep, he's out.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Oh, I wish that was a pick. I wanted to pick that off.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout.
Yes,
they'll have
sir.
2 remaining as we
Yes,
step
yes.
aside here in this first quarter.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. A short throw to Musgrave.
Got him.
Unable to break
We
the
got
lead.
him.
They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Yes. On the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Short throw caught by Bowers. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, He's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Let's go.
Now a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They will run for the first time here with White. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Wow. That was smart. Let that shit drop, man. He tried to catch it.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 3rd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him. Because right now, they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's White. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
That ball is coming fast, man.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. White He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Another hit.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Top of the 8th. Good hit. High out. All right, defense. See if we can hold down this second quarter. Hold it down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Former Raider.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks,
whatever
you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Love. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Let's go defense. Let's make a play.
Here we go. Black 40.
First down, Love to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here we go, defense. Here we go.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Love. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
To the air again, Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They just do get the play off. Love going to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Good job, Kike.
Again, it's Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Minshew. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And it'll find the open man. That's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Great decision.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
1st down, going to the air with Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. He's got space past the 25. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
They're going to empty the backfield here, so you know this ball's likely to come out quick. They let the 4 outside receivers run deeper routes and then let the tight end just make a beeline across the formation. He's able to make the catch and turn it into good yardage and a 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
52 Blasphemy. You, yellow.
Jordan Love ready on first down here.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Love back to it here after the pick six.
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six. Another ball intercepted.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll go Madison up the middle.
Down to the 42, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 8.
Going to run with Madison again. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Myers in motion right.
Back to throw here.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll set up a throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
second down and a little more than a yard here.
Come on, 38.
Let's go, Pete. It's gonna be a long day, offense. It's gonna be a long day. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 31.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
To throw now, here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st and 10, Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Back now at Lambeau. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Watch the out. Check 99.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Love now. This will be caught inside the 10. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tucker Kraft, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Short throw caught by Bowers. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Two yards to go, second down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Myers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On second down, Minshew. That's caught by Myers. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now back to the ground game with White. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They run straight ahead here with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Minshew. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Now Minshew. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Here we go. 1st and goal. Madison going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Another carry now for Madison. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
Raiders. Bang.
Calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out.
Here we go, defense. Here we go. Defense. 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 Defense.
They'll come up.
Defense.
1st and 10 here.
Defense. Defense.
Now Love.
Defense.
That's gonna sabotage
Defense.
their comeback plans. It is
Defense.
intercepted.
Defense.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he is not quite going to make.
Touchdown Raiders. We have another quit tie. That's 2 quits in a row. Or make people quit because they don't understand how I can win with the Raiders. Go. Game number 3. Looking at me. Game number 3. And it's looking at me. Game number 3.
for the antidote. It's a pretty girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Body like a flamingo. Girl, I'm so fine with you.
Play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a. She wanna all day.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sorrows, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in the bottom, but my heart in a case. It's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers from the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my road. At the end of my road, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Just a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me, living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me, still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little, something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
Keep it solid. Everything I got on new, it look like I got renovated. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get 'em, glow. Them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get 'em, glow. Stop overthinking, these can't with you. Get 'em, glow. Standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on game. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Slapping, rapping, making bail. Two-tone Cartier match the nails. No competition, these stale. Curbing, no curbing, my layers. Say they get money, but I can't tell. Keep running circles around these snails. And my bumping up in the jail. Oh,
wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Lennox. That phone for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion and straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital and then we straight out the sentence. They pay out, I'm finished. Then grade out the Lakers, the Bay, watch the women. I don't meet your mate. Lord, please don't save me. Minor bumpers, I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised me. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. They cut that confetti, I'm running through it. They play that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, I sun and moonin'. I'm shot, bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm that ironic? I'm so iconic. I came in nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks. The A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success to promote it, to just go.
Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a pity. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapist, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Chain like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Look at my VIP. I snicker my. Won't break, won't miss. Rich took his check out. We talking start like ball high, pretty face guy like bruh. How do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. My daddy like boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me. You're ugly. Just don't touch me. You're ugly. Bro, I ain't got like you. I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl. She musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me. You're ugly. Just don't touch me. You're ugly. These women love me. Bro, they trying to me. That's the wrong way. Back your buddy. If you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me. I can turn auntie into a. I'm in the S5 facing comfy, cause can't name that dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated.
I'm like, what you mean? Like, bro, you can't walk. So he was like, season ended on April 12th, April 14th, in the gym. He hobbling in the gym. And
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Right away, they'll change the look. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 50 yards.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away in the opening possession.
That was awesome.
They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Two Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Purdy now to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Jennings. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First carry now for Alexander Madison.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here's Minshew. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Minshew, 1st and 10. This is caught by Tucker. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker, 58 yards. And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. After a fairly uneventful 1st quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The 1st quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the 2nd quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Shoves him off at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
All right, let's go,
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Big loss here as he's taken down. Malcolm Kuntz. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing here, Purdy. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Now Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Let's go, Raiders.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And shoving his way inside the 35.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Hey, we ready for that? We ready for that? We ready for that? We ready for that?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll throw now on the final play. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 24 now, here's a second down and 9. Now a give to Madison. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Madison. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Open man is Tucker. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Touchdown Raiders. Bang.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Jones now on the return. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Dancing to his left. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Trey Tucker, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Go.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Max Crosby buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Purdy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
And we have a third quitter, a hat trick. A hat trick, ladies and gentlemen. Hat trick. 3 quitters. Beautiful.
Shoot my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Finger on the like A. Shoot my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Your spot like A. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like A. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like A. Shoot my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Finger on the like Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, A. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shotty while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? The sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlson if I leave him in the wheel. Shoot my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Finger on the like
Hey.
Shoot my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Your spot like A. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like A. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I got a precision like A. Shoot my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Finger on the like A. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. He said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. No heads, just shooting. I die for my team. I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant. I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me you gotta prove it. Stealing, they first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than
I can cut it earlier when they say if you're off work.
Hitting my desk. I'm B.I.G. You know I can't forget that I do it. Shoot my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Finger on the like A. Shoot my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Your spot like A. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like A. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like A. Shoot my shot like A. Hit the red dot like A. Finger on the like A.
You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York.
Let's go. Upstate New York. We on the road again. Going places that we've never been.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They still can't get him. That is caught. Kincaid with it. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Yeah, you see that?
Dalton Kincaid, 72 yards. And the Bills go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Thank you, Madden.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Switch those players. Oh, somebody else back there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll go play action here with Minshew. That would complete to Trey Tucker. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6. Minshew sets to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. Big strides, look at him go. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a give up the middle. This is White. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, this is Madison. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Minshew. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And here's the former Raider wideout, Amari Cooper. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To throw, it's Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. So they decide to still go for it even after the 5-yard penalty, and they convert. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard.
ERSC3 says, suggested pass.
Line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Minshew not coming off. They'll try and go for it. On 4th down, Minshew. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And his throw here is incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Allen now on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. The defense
Raiders look geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them, 11 yards and a first down. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tucker. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll go Madison up the middle. There he goes left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across. The 45 before going out. That one good for 33 and a first. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll run it with Madison. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Back to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. So consecutive picks, and each offense, they drove the ball close enough to at least attempt a field goal. But on back-to-back drives, the defense has stood firm and forced an interception.
Yeah, it's a really nice battle seeing one answer the other with a turnover to keep points off the board.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. To the air, Allen. Steps away to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. He lets it go deep for Mayer.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That one deep for Marshall. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Myers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a yard. They'll go up the middle with White. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Minshew on first and 10. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Dancing to his left. That is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On third down, they run with Madison. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
Talk about controlling the football and controlling a drive. And with runs like that, they'll continue to do exactly that.
Here's Minshew. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. First down, here's White. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Final minute now of the third quarter. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. Short throw caught by Bowers. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. On third down, a run from White. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Minshew, first and 10. Being chased out left. Minshew going to be intercepted for the third time. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
They stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it. Cook. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Malcolm Kuntz. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on second and long. Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Malcolm Kuntz. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This is 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
defense. Make a good play.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cook up the gut. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So Allen's going to look to throw. That is caught by Shakir. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Cook is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. And
this is intercepted, and that should do it. Pick made by Terrell Bernard, and they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now he steps away. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Finding Shakir across the formation. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot.
But I couldn't put the ball in the end zone.
That ultra ground move, riding in the good. Now you tighten up, move. I approve. I bet. I stamped at approve. Straight ultra ground, make all the haters get down. You understand what I'm saying? I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and be a money white. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted her best friend is
about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list.
Hey, second phone buzzing, just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen them clean up with the record. She was peeking out the cover. She said, GG, wait, you know. Grew up down the street, my uncles up her brothers. I said, jumping back, and look, you at. She was just running, Emmett Smith, running back. She had to make it, rubbing and just caught up. Then she got me paying nails, calling me Sonic the Hedgehog, the way I be chasing. You know she got them
Brands of the bed.
I'm in Miami, so knowing the
Bands of the
I caught her door back with a 50, she wanted the. She said, oh, about to make me cancel this L. She said, hood is on, but she in a condo that her buddy own. Payment good, if she good is gone, boy, you should've known. Calling me up on 50 phones, foot on all these. Never let them keep me on my tippy toes. I can show you
lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list.
Hey, yo, fresh out the bay.